Welcome back to the home studio. In today's comparison review video, we're going to talk about and compare the Force USA C10 to the Force USA G20 Pro. And by the way, my prediction and my hope is this is going to be the shortest comparison review video. We're not going to leave out details, but it is so glaringly obvious, at least in my opinion, which one of these I would recommend. So let's get started right away. And here we have the Force USA C10 all-in-one trainer. This is basically an all-in-one trainer that also has a sliding bench as an upgrade, and I definitely recommend you get that. And when we factor in price, this is still going to be an amazing deal. We compared this previously to the Force USA G12, and I believe the C10 wins out in most cases in that comparison review. And this one here, spoiler, the C10, I believe, is still the best all-in-one trainer currently in the Force USA lineup and maybe even in other lineups. But leave a comment below. We have lots of people that asked, will you compare the C10 to other brands, to other all-in-one trainer brands, or maybe even compare it to the Total Gym, which basically this is a really beefier version of the Total Gym when you include that sliding bench, but you also have a ton more weight than the Total Gym. So here we have the C10 all-in-one trainer. We're going to go briefly through this. If you want more detail, I will link the C10 versus the G12 video in the description below, and also try to put it at an end card at the end of this video. So what we have here is its cable connected corner friendly design. That's a big deal to some people. Like the G6 has a corner friendly design, and the fact that this is much beefier in some ways to the G6, but you could still fit in a corner. That's a big deal to some people. So I'm glad they put that in the subtitle of the title of the page. Good Lord, the title of the subtitle of the page. So exclusive center cable design right here is something the Inspire FT2 had way, way back. I compared a bunch of all-in-one trainers to the FT2, and there were some cases where the FT2 was awesome. Now with this, it also has the upper 1-to-1, 2-to-1 cable pulley ratio where you can get a cambered bar and connect them for a 1-to-1 cable pulley ratio, but the two lowers are 1-to-1 and 1-to-2, meaning double the weight stack. So really a great value as far as weight stacks and the bang for your buck and all that stuff, and the scalability on the heavy end, not the light end, like the G15 Pro, 2-to-1 and 4-to-1, the scalability on the light end. This has scalability way, way on the opposite end of the spectrum. So the adjustable cable pulleys also, the directional ones right here that you can see a little bit bigger of a picture there, that you can adjust these cable pulleys here. As a matter of fact, when we did our overview video, my Dan and myself, I did focus on that and zoomed in to show you how you can move it back and forth from the center all the way to the outside. That's awesome. So the corner design, it's weight stacks, dual integrated 220-pound weight stacks, 10% more weight than other imitation brands and knockoff brands. But on that lower end, the 1-to-2 makes it 440 pounds. So you're doubling the weight right there or above that. It's really beefy. I'm never going to use that much weight on a weight stack, but it's really cool. Now, here's a cool part. Speaking of this, under $4,000. Let's just call it 4,000. It's a penny under. So $4,000 right there. And as we go here, we have a free USA or free Olympic barbell from Force USA. That is still going on. You may be watching us a year from now and it's not there anymore. But if you use forceusa.com/Stevie, you get to save a little bit of money. And in this case, you get the free barbell and you get to save a little bit of money. Now, here is where it gets very interesting, just like with the C10 versus G12. But you can see the problem. It's an $800 sliding bench, which I think is worth it because you can't get the maximum functionality out of the C10 without the sliding bench. And this is quite obvious because it's out of stock. So we'll have to see if they get more stock in. That could hold you off from buying the C10, but I really don't think it should. You also get the base bench for 500. I think it's a great deal to upgrade if you have the money. It's not cheap. You put 4 grand into the C10, and now you want to put another 800 into the bench. But if you were to be a little bit patient. I think it's worth it over the base bench. You get a lot more functionality. Like I said in the C10 versus G12 video, this here theoretically and literally, in my opinion, replaces the 45-degree leg press and the hack squat combo, which is just under $2,000. So it's an incredible deal for more than $1,000 less than that. So we also have add-ons and stuff and assembly. I always recommend getting professional assembly service. 500 bucks, time is money. I got that done on a G15 Pro and I would do it again. Do it again in a heartbeat. I would easily pay 500 and you're saving. It was 800 when I got it for the G15 Pro with the upgrade kit, but right now 500 bucks. That is not a bad deal at all. Go through here. Let's look at the attachments. Once again, like we did last time, you got all the stuff here for the different things. Also, you have upgrade kit. The G20 Pro upgrade kit is compatible with the C10. So right there, you have a lot of similarity, and they're trying to go across the board where all these attachments are compatible with all the C, the X, and the G lineup on there, as long as, Smith machine, no Smith machine on the X series. But they're also trying to make it to where you can get these a la carte in the future. And my hope is that they'll definitely do that. Here's all your base model attachments that are included. Pretty standard. All right. So, like I said, I'm gonna try to make this short. Let's go to the G20 Pro right here. Now, I love the initial G20 that I used years and years ago was a beast. And this right here is no different, although they did take one of the glow grip chin-up bars off the other side. It used to have two, one on each side. I could barely do one of these. So to me, that factors in to make this not as good of a buy as the C10. Regular pull-ups, reverse, chin-ups, neutral grip, that's fine. But man, the globe grips, which you can do neutral grip, you can do regular ones, but the globe grip is just impossible for me. You can see right here on the other side, they do not have that anymore. They only have the one pull-up bar in the front and the one over here, but you still have the functionality to have multiple people on the G20 Pro at once. So if you're running the business out of a garage gym, you have a CrossFit camp or boot camp type stuff, this could be something that kind of push you over the top to get this one over the C10. And also right here, this is another thing. I have Fight Camp punching bag, which is on the base. It's not hanging like this, but the swing arm also, you can attach an infinity rope type thing or the bag. We have a dedicated review on the swing arm attachment here on the YouTube channel. And also, you have the vertical leg attachment with the leg press right here. But like I said, the sliding bench makes it so much more versatile and replaces, in my opinion, that 45-degree leg press hack squat combo piece of equipment. Let's go right here. Another shot of that, jammer arms, all that stuff. That's the upgrade kit we just talked about that's compatible with the C10 as well. Now, the optional lat row station upgrade, also lat pull downs. This upgrade here, a lot of people liked it when it came out. It adds a great deal to the footprint. This is not corner friendly like the C10 nor the G6. This adds a lot of depth. As you can see from the picture, it's definitely something right there. You have the weight stacks. Now, the weight stacks are more. You can see right here. All right, tallest, roomiest interior space. Let's talk about that because that could be a positive or a negative. 91 inches tall, 60 inches deep. People might not have that. I don't know anybody with unlimited gym space, but if you have a higher ceiling, we have a 12-foot ceiling. It could fit in here, or we have a 20-foot ceiling in our garage gym. So they would fit, but it's definitely going to take up space. 2-to-1 cable pulley ratio. Now, this is something people have talked about with 1-to-1 on the G12 being the deal maker, 2-to-1 being the deal breaker. The C10, of course, you can make a 1-to-1 when you join them in the center. You could also do this with the G20, but also at the same time, the 1-to-2 on the lower. This does not have lower um, cable things that you can use in that regard with a sliding bench. You have a lot of functionality. You have a Smith machine. You have all sorts of stuff going on, and some of the attachments are quite beefy on the G20 Pro. This is, I think, the first one that really had heavy duty, like commercial quality attachments, if I can recall correctly. So, really great stuff. There's the 5-foot swing arm, folds back, hangs, anything when I have to drill any holes, even a heavy bag. I like that. That's really good, especially ceilings here. Don't you don't want to drill them into the joists or anything. So here we go down here. This is probably the deal breaker. Now I'm going to go back right here, $4,000 to 6,000. The price right there makes it very prohibitive. Like I said, unless you're running a business, multiple people, time is money, 2 to 3, 4 people all working out at the same time. This makes it much more of a possibility than the C10 because we do have the ability to have multiple people working on the pull ups, 2 people on the pull ups, and then maybe somebody working on the cable pulley on the outside of this right side right here. So you got to think about that. So $6,000. But if you want that lat pull down, even if you just want a bench, it's $500 right there. Where 300 more, you're getting the sliding bench on the C10, and you're already 2,000 lower to begin with. So you can buy upgrades as far as the sliding bench. You get the free barbell right now. You can buy plates. You can buy the 45-degree hack squat press combo and basically be at the same price with the C10 plus that or another piece of equipment, or you just have the G20 Pro base model. And here we have the upgrades. $1,300 for the lat row station upgrade. Is that worth it for lat rows and lat pull downs with a 1-to-1 cable pulley ratio? That's a really expensive piece of, not even piece of equipment, but an upgrade. Now, my hope and my wish for Force USA, and I said this before, please, Force USA, make a single stack. I need a single stack, and I'm sure people out there do. If you can get me this thing as a single stack for 600 or 700 bucks, with the weight, I know weight stacks are more expensive than plates. I'd rather have a weight stack, but if you can make a plate loaded version, maybe for five, and a weight stack version for 7 or 8, that would be a great deal. I pull downs for me. I really want to get back into doing stuff like that. I go to my apartment complex gym, which has a pull down, but it's not very ergonomic. I would rather have something super high that I could do lat pull downs and tricep push downs and other exercise, face pulls, things like that. It would be great. That's my wish. This year, 1,300. So now you're in for it without even a bench. 6,000 now 6,700. Then you buy the Pro Series FID bench for 5. You buy some plates, you get the free bar. You're over 8 grand. It's really, really expensive. And what I feel is the C10 definitely gives you, you're over 8 grand for that. If you just buy the C10, you have $4,000 to play with the sliding bench. That makes you 4,800 bucks. You want to you want to get the assembly. $500. That's 5,300 bucks. Storage. You get the storage rack here. Let's see, the Pro, 350. So and then you're talking about add-ons. You're going plates, upgrade kit, all that. So you're getting like everything you need. Flooring. You want to put some flooring down. That's where I believe, absolutely believe the C10 is a much better buy. The comparison is no comparison, in my opinion. Even if you want to run a boot camp, the C10 is still something you're going to be able to have people at least going to stations outside and inside of it. The corner friendly model of the C10 will allow you to add other stations into your little CrossFit camp or whatever you want to do. This here to C10 is the clear winner. Before I even recorded the video, I already knew what I was going to say, but now it really solidifies it when I look at the price alone. The G20 Pro, unless you know you want it, and if the G20 Pro was still a 1-to-1 cable pulley ratio like the G12 is right now, it would make it a little bit, but for 2 grand, I'm still saying it's just not even close. The C10 is definitely recommended. And of course, you don't have the sliding bench available right now. But if you have both available, buy them. If you just have the C10 for now, buy the C10 and get that sliding bench upgrade as soon as possible. Hopefully, you can order them all, and then the freight delivery charge or the shipping fees or whatever could be. Now, I want to check that actually while we're here. I want to check all that. when I add it to the cart, and I want to see if it's free shipping. I qualify for free shipping. So the shipping is get the free shipping while you can, because as we record this, the longshoremen are about to strike on October 1st, and that might set everything off in a negative way. I'm not quite sure, but I definitely recommend it. I can't say it much more. The C10 is the way to go. I'm even leaning towards adding this to my garage gym now. I look at people that are extremely happy with the C10, and I used it briefly in the Force USA headquarters in Draper, Utah, and I was sold on it if that's something you're looking for. And they priced this thing to sell, man. That's why this thing probably won't be in stock much longer, along with the sliding bench. So definitely recommend it if you want to save on top of that. Like I said before, forceusa.com/Stevie. I appreciate all the support, the views, the subscription, especially on the recent video about getting off social media. I already feel so much more productive. And like I said, we're going to try to bring more cinematic style documentary storytelling videos here. But these comparison videos are kind of just, conversational here in the studio. So we'll continue the comparisons to the C10 outside of the Force USA lineup as well. So please stay subscribed and click the bell to get notified. So thank you guys so much. God bless each and every one of you. Have a great day.